Hello everybody, Miss Gayle here from the Boulder City Library. Today I'm going to show you how to do a fun art project using Cursive. Well, first I need to tell you what you're going to need so you can go gather up those things. You'll need 2 pieces of paper, colored paper, 2 different colors. It can be any colors, it doesn't matter, but 2 different colors. You'll need some crayons or markers, either one, whatever you like. You'll also need a glue stick. And you'll need some scissors and a pencil. Gather those things up, come on back, and I'll show you what we're going to do. We are making this very pretty shape. I'm not even sure what it is. It's just a neat, fun little picture. Actually, it says Marie, so if your name is Marie, you'll know how to do it. And when you put them together, this is a reflection of that. This side is a reflection of that side. Or maybe that side's a reflection of that side. I'm not quite sure. But you can see where it says Marie. So today, we're going to just write our names. Okay, first let's talk about names and how we're going to do this. All right, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take one of your colors of paper. Remember, you have 2. I'm picking the lighter color just because I picked the lighter color. No reason why. And I'm going to fold it this way. Some people call that hamburger style, but I'm going to fold it this way. So you've got this piece of paper and you're folding it this way. So you should have this shape. Now down here, you'll have the fold. This part is super, super important. You have to write on the fold. That's going to be your line where you make your letters. Let me show you. Here's somebody that did one, and it says Marie. And see how Marie wrote it on the edge, on the folded part of the paper? The folded part of the paper. The reason you have to write it on the folded part is because when you open it up, that's the part that you want to go with it. That's the reflection. So it has to be written on the fold of the paper or it won't work. The other thing I need to mention is, and we learned this in our cursive, that there are certain letters that go below the line and there are certain letters that are 2-step letters. Well, this one has an I in it. Marie has an I in it. So what you can do one of 2 things. You can separately cut out the dot that goes above the I and glue it on later, or you can just leave it off completely. And that's what they did in this one. They just left the dot off completely. But if you choose to, you can cut it out and just glue the dot where it goes for the I. Other thing is some names that go below the line, if you have, say, a J in your name, like this name Joy, or if you're John or something like that, if there's any letter that drops down below the writing line, you have to take that into account and use those letters on the fold. So if you have a J or a Y in your name, I happen to have a Y in my name. So when you make your letters, when you write your name, it's going to have to all be up a little bit higher so that when you make your letter that goes below the line, it actually touches on the fold. And if you have a name that doesn't have anything that goes below the line, then you can do it just like this name, Marie, where it was just every letter went to the line. So either way, you'll have to write your name one of 2 ways. I'm not sure because I'm not right there with you, so I don't know. But one or the other is going to work. Once you've written your name in pencil, so I would write my name knowing that there's a Y in my name. I'm going to write it way up high. I'm going to start it way up high. And I'm going to connect my letters. I hope the pencil's showing up here. That's how I do my name in cursive. And so because I've got that Y that goes below the line, I had to do it like this. Now when you've done your name, you're going to go around it with your crayon or marker. Like here, this one started here. So you can just keep on going. So you're just going to go on both sides of the line. So on this side of the line and this side of the line. You're going to color it all in with a marker, crayons, whatever you want to make it a nice thick line. There we go, that's all colored in there. That's good. Marie did such a nice job on her letters. Okay, now remember, if you have a dot, if you have an I in your name and you have a dot that you have to think about, you can either add it or leave it. Okay, so once you've got it all colored in so that you've got color on both sides of your line, your pencil line of where your name was, that one needed a little more. Then you're going to cut, and again, you want to make sure it's on the fold of the paper. And you don't want to cut through the paper. Okay, so now we're going to just go over the top. I'm going to let the bottom line alone. Okay, so see how I'm cutting around the outside of the letters. That's all I'm doing, is cutting around the outside of the letters. Okay. Whee. Okay. So you're just going to cut all along the top area, all around the outside of the letters. Just on the top. Just on the top. You're not going to cut through the bottom yet. Okay, you do that and I'll do this. Okay, here we go. I have kept this fold line here and I've just cut out the top part. Whoop, the I is missing. If you want that, you can go ahead and cut that out in a little tiny circle and glue that on afterwards, or you can leave it off, either way. So we've got some things we have to look at now. We've got this empty space here in the E and the empty space in the A and a wee little empty space in the R and a lot of empty space in the M. So you want to cut those out. These will be easy, but you don't want to cut along here. You don't want to completely cut it off because that'll separate it. So you're just going to go in here and just cut out that empty space-ish. And then now see when I'm going here, I'm leaving the fold here and I'm leaving the fold here. I'm not going to cut on that fold part because that's going to help keep it attached to the reflective part of it, the reflection of it. And go around there. So there's the M that's been cut out. I cut out that empty spot there, but I left all these points of contact, and it's important that you've got some points of contact that you leave in there. So you could come up here and get rid of this little part in here of the A. Just a little bit though. See, I still left this part on there. And maybe up in the R a little bit, or you could leave it. You don't have to do that. You can leave these. In fact, I'm going to leave it just to show you what you'll end up with. Okay? So, and if you want to leave this, that's fine. If you don't want to, you can use some little tiny scissors, maybe have someone help you with that part, or you can leave it. It doesn't matter. And then what you do is you take your other piece of paper, your second piece of paper that was a different color, and then you just open this up. Now this is your name. So it was here, and because I don't know everybody's name, I'm trying to make the instructions so that you can do it. But if you run across something that you've got unusual in your name that I might not know about, you go right ahead and do what you think you need to do to make it work. And then once you get your name all opened up, you can glue it onto the other piece of paper and you have a really neat design. Now this one, if we had cut into the R a bit, it would have some holes here and some holes here and here and here. And that's, you can do that or not do that. If you wanted to, you could even color these in once you've glued it on. That's where your A was. And you might even want to just do some little fancy things to it. Or you might want to leave it alone. It's up to you. But you can do whatever you want. Now, it might look like, I don't know, this kind of looks like a bug to me. Like, these are the antenna. And there's that. And it's wearing, ooh, look, it's wearing a crown. That is the king of the bugs. That's the bug king right there. And these are its funny little feet. And its funny little shaped body. And there's its mouth. I am the bug king. Anyway, that's what happens after you cut it out. So that's how you can make that one. And then you can also, oh yeah, add your dots if you want. If you made dots for the eyes, you can add those too. This was my name when I did it. And it dropped down to the bottom. But see, I didn't cut out the inside of my L or the inside of my Y or the A or this G. I could have if I wanted to. It kind of looks like a crab. Maybe it's a crab. I don't know. Anyway, have fun with it. It's your name. You get to do it however you want because it belongs to you. Have a lot of fun with it. And I hope you learned a lot from this cursive writing course. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to watch some other videos that we've got. We've got family story times and preschool story times. Bye for now.